1 2, check 1 2, check check. Oh my god, is the mic off? Has it been off this whole time? Check 1 2, check 1 2, check check. Check check. Check 1 2, check 1 2. Oh no, maybe we're okay. I don't know. Guess we'll find out. Maybe we're not okay. Maybe we were never okay. I'm not recording, so I'm recording over there. Hey YouTube. Here I am looking for my phone and it was mounted up on the tripod. Hey, if you guys are tuning in, my name is Sam and this is me trying. I am currently trying to record some stuff for TikTok and I'm kind of trying to figure out this whole content creator thing. You know, I feel like I have a bit of a story to tell and I'm trying to tell it. So I'm a dad of 3. I'm a photographer, a musician, and you know I have a lot of creative pursuits, but I don't have a lot of time on my hands. So I got to take advantage of the moments that I get, and that's kind of the point of this channel. That's kind of the point of what I'm doing here. So if you're interested in checking out my rig, my setup, I actually just recorded another video on that, and I'll be posting that shortly. So actually, I think it'll be posted by the time I post this video. So check out the link up here. Or over here, I'm not sure where it goes. I'm still new to this, but I'll definitely have it at the end of the video. But yeah, so this is just kind of a behind the scenes video of me trying to record. So I guess just kind of in a way to show like what it looks like to see a normal person trying to do something like this, you know. And to be honest, maybe this isn't what a normal person does because maybe other people are better at it than I am, but I'm giving it a shot. So if you're interested in checking it out, you know, go ahead and watch some bloopers, watch some kind of chaotic crap, and watch me get mad at myself because I can't remember what I'm trying to say. Otherwise, yeah, you know, thanks for following along. So yeah, I'm gonna get back at it, but thanks for tuning in. So right now I am trying to film a set of videos because I'm turning 29 this year, and I want to do kind of a 29 things that I've learned in 29 years. So I'm gonna see if I can get like the first 7 filmed and have, you know, 7 videos to post throughout the week that I can share. So that's kind of what I'm shooting for here. So yeah, that's what we've got. So kind of the first one that I have here is that growing up doesn't mean giving up. And that's one to unpack, but we're gonna give it a shot. All right, let's get it going. Hey, my name is Sam. Hey, my name is Sam, and I'm turning 29 this year, so I'm starting a series called 29 Things I've Learned in 29 Years. The first one that I want to share is that growing up doesn't mean giving up. Hey, here's day 1. Hey, I'm turning 29 this year, so here's 29 things I've learned in 29 years. Hey, I'm turning 29 this year. Hey, my name is Sam and I'm turning 29 this year. So here's 29 things that I've learned in 29 years. Here's day 1. First thing on the list is growing up does not mean giving up. Throughout my teens, I always kind of felt this pressure, this need to create something beautiful and to actually I always felt like I needed to do something creative, do something to give me value, and it actually stifled my creativity in a lot of ways because I spent so much time putting pressure on myself. Every time I would practice, I'd be thinking about what other people wanted to see, what other people wanted to hear, because I felt like if I didn't make it, when I was young, if I didn't make it by the time I was in my early 20s, then I wasn't gonna make it. And I think something that I've realized as I've gotten older is that the way that you define your value, something that I realized as I've gotten older is that the way that you define your value has to do with something I've realized as I've gotten older is that something something that I've realized as I've gotten older is that Hey, I'm Sam and I'm turning 29 this year. So here's 29 things I've learned in 29 years. First thing is that growing up does not mean giving up. Just because you're getting older doesn't mean that you need to give up on your creative pursuits. It doesn't mean that you need to give up on your dreams and your passions. Something that's really interesting is that a lot of us put pressure on ourselves when we're at a young age that we need to be able to accomplish something great early on and really make the most of it, because that's when we're youthful, that's when we have the time, that's when we have the energy. But the fact of the matter is that sometimes we don't start off well. If you look at a lot of the people that are really great out there, obviously there's a lot of people that, they're just incredibly talented. You look at Justin Bieber, you look at, the other people that you can think of that are incredibly famous and got famous at a young age and everything. And what's the point I'm getting at? And there's always going to be the exceptions, but the reality is that a lot of the people that make it because they were set up really well. And the reality is that for most of us, that's not the case. For most of us, we have to learn it ourselves. And once you get into your late 20s, into your 30s, even older than that, that's when you really start to click. Because, what is it? What am I trying to say by this one? Growing up does not mean giving up. For one, with age, a lot of us increase resources as we get older, and we have more opportunity to be able to invest in the things that we really care about. I was able to buy a real camera when I was 29 because I could afford it in a way that I couldn't when I was younger, And the same was true with guitar gear. I just need to keep it a little bit simpler. The point that I'm trying to get at is that your passions don't need to die with your childhood. I found that in my own life, maturing is realizing that it's not about making it, and it's actually about making something that matters and making something that's beautiful. And at the end of the day, the story that I'm writing. And so for me, growing up doesn't mean giving up. It actually means stepping into the beginning of something beautiful. And that's what I'm trying to do here. But Hey, I'm Sam and I'm turning 29 this year. So here's 29 things I've learned in 29 years. First thing is, hey, I'm Sam and I'm turning 29 this year. So here's 29 things that Hey, I'm Sam and I'm turning 29 this month. So here's 29 things I've learned in 29 years. The first thing is that growing up does not mean giving up. Just because you're going up in age does not mean that you need to give up on your passions. It gets hard and it gets busy, and I understand that, but there's something to just putting a little bit of effort in every day that helps you get better. And what I'm finding is that for me, when my passion, when my main goal is not my main effort, I'm not able to devote as much time to it. And I understand that, and that's difficult. But what I'm finding is that it actually gives me time away to grow my passion for it and my excitement for it. And what I'm realizing too is that now I get a little bit of time every day that I can put to it, and I'm actually more consistent than I was when I was younger. And as a result of that, I'm actually growing more than I ever did when I was younger. So all that to say if you felt like you're over the hump, if you felt like you're past your opportunity to grow, that's just not the case. Growing up doesn't mean giving up. It means that you have to change the way that you look at your circumstances, but you can continue to pour into that endeavor. Sometimes it just means that you need to change the way that you look at things. Sometimes all it means is that the format, just because the format has to shift does not mean that it has to stop. Just because the format has to shift doesn't mean that I know you guys are really enjoying this. Thanks. Yeah. Oh, jeez. Just a little bit every day makes a world of difference. So keep at it, and so just because you're a little bit older doesn't mean that you're over. Keep at it. Keep at it, keep trying. Keep at it, keep trying. Follow for more. Keep at it and keep trying. I'll see you tomorrow. I don't know, I'll take that. There's got to be something in there that I can work with. All right. For number 2, the hardest part. Sometimes the hardest part is finding the courage to try. This one I feel like I know pretty well. Got change of clothes over here. I'm gonna swap into real quick because I want to switch it up a little bit. So I'm going back to my red shirt. Sometimes the hardest part is finding the courage to try. Hey, my name is Sam and I'm turning 29 this month, so here's 29 things I've learned in 29 years. Number two, sometimes the hardest part of your creative endeavor is finding the courage to try. See, the thing is that trying means that there's a possibility of failure, and sometimes failure can be heartbreaking, but it doesn't have to be. Failure is an opportunity to learn. It's not the end of the world. For me, I've failed more than I can. For me, I've failed time and time again, and I'm going to continue to fail more, but for me, I've failed time and time again, and I'm going to continue to fail more. The irony of recording this video. Yeah. For me, I've failed time and time again, and I'm going to continue to fail more throughout my years, but I want you to be encouraged that failure is not the end of the line. Sometimes the hardest part of your creative journey is finding the courage to try, because trying means that there's a possibility of failure. And I know that that's hard to accept, but you have to realize that failure is not the end of the world. In fact, it's one of the greatest opportunities to learn and get better at what you're doing. If you don't fail, you'll never get better. If you don't fail, you'll never get better. So get out there and try. Thanks again. Follow for more. was better. That was a little bit better. I think I'm only going to get 3 in today, but I'm going to keep at it. All right, I like this one a lot. Yeah, I'll let you just listen to it. It's a good one. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to change for this one. That's fine. Hey, my name is Sam, and I'm turning 29 this month, so here's 29 things I've learned in 29 years. Part 3. Hey, my name is Sam, and I'm turning 29 this month, so here's 29 things that I've learned in 29 years. Part 3. Part 3. All right, so hear me out on this one. All right, so this is going to be hard to digest. All right, so this is going to be a hard one for some of you creatives to digest. It was a hard one for me. But just because something is cliche. All right, so this one's going to be a little bit hard to digest for some of you creative types. I know it was for me, but all right, I know this is going to be a hard one to digest for some of you creative types. All right, I know this is going to be a hard one to digest for some of you creative types. I know it was for me, but listen, being cliche is not bad. Being cliche is not bad. Being cliche is not bad. Hear me on this. Listen, it would not be cliche if it did not connect with people. The reason that something is cliche is because it's connected with people, and it's connected with so many people over such a long period of time that we've all heard it before. And that's the fact of the matter. So when something is cliche, that's okay. Accept it. Don't run from that. There's going to be unique things, but don't deny yourself that point of connection just because you don't want to be like other people and because you want to stand out and be separate. You have your own defining characteristics and embrace those, but it's okay to embrace something that's cliche as well. You don't need to run from it. Man, that one hit me deep. But yeah, you don't need to run from it. So if that relates to you, go ahead and hit the follow button, like. If that relates to you, go ahead and like, save, share, hit that follow button, and I'll see you tomorrow. Follow for more. It's okay to like what you like, even if a lot of other people like it. Follow for more. Yeah, I don't know. To be honest, I'm going to see the footage and we'll decide how we feel about it. I'm a little bit nervous. I've been at this for about 20 minutes here, and yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure how it's going to turn out, but we'll see. So yeah, if you watch this whole thing, thanks. Thanks for tuning in and just watching me be anxious on camera, you know. Honestly, I don't even know that I'm going to go back and watch this video because I think it's going to be too painful, but hey, thanks for tuning in. Again, my name is Sam, and this is me trying. So yeah, thanks y'all. Good luck trying.